Hello, and thank you for joining me here on my learning block. All right, you're at a point where your child has began counting. They understand numbers, at least they think they do. No, I'm joking. They understand numbers and they understand the order in which numbers are counted. Now, I will let you know this right now. Your child has already probably started doing this process, but now it's time to make it a more formal one. All right, adding, subtracting, but in this point we're talking about adding. Yes, and again, your child has done it. They do it all the time. For instance, if they're playing with blocks and they have 3 blocks and they look over and they have 2 more blocks, then they'll recount 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they'll understand that process. So it has happened. Adding. It's the process of adding numbers or objects together. All right. When it comes to addition, we're really going to have a fun time teaching it. Now notice a lot of students really blossom with regards of addition. All right, and so now we're just going to work on how to, like I said again, make this learning formal and give them a true understanding of what it actually means and how it actually looks mathematically. All right, so when we are teaching or when you're working with your child, the first thing you want to do, and most foremost, is you want to make it real. You want to actually use objects that your child can use or manipulate. As a matter of fact, I have resources, but I would not touch them before going over some of these different ways that you can use manipulatives. Now, today I have manipulatives, and the manipulatives I'm using are stinky shoes. No, seriously, I'm using shoes. All right, so with regards of these manipulatives, please don't tell my daughter I took her shoes. All right, what we're gonna do is we're basically going to add them together. I'm going to be given a specific amount early, and then I'm going to be given a new amount, and then I'm going to add them all together. And that's how you want to work out adding with your child. Use what they have. Use their toys, their markers, their books, their shoes. Use different things that your child sees every day. And what that does is then when they are messing around with those objects, they'll have those ideas and they'll actually practice by themselves. I know. It is amazing. Sometimes I remember seeing my daughter where we go over addition with her shoes, and then she would like be in her room and she'd pull out her shoes to put them on or try them on or do dress up, and she'd stop in the middle of dress up and she'd start adding. It was amazing. The greatest thing, I promise you. It's the greatest. It was great, and you'll see it, I promise. All right, so I have shoes here. All right, and now I'm going to add them. All right, let's say I'm going to put these 2 down, and I'm going to start off with 1 pair of shoe. Okay, so I have 2, 1, 2, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2 more shoes to them. So originally I have 2 shoes and they'll be in this hand, and then I'm going to add 2 more shoes, which now gives me 1, 2, 3, 4. Therefore, 2 plus 2 equals 4. I know, it is astounding. It is astonishing. Yes, make it real. Make it as real as you can, and make it as purposeful as you can, which means make it pertain to your child, and they'll really get a lot out of it. So again, what we just did was we added 2 pairs of shoes to another 2 pairs of shoes, and we had 4 pairs of shoes. So 2 plus 2 equals 4. Now if we were going to take 3 this time, and I'll put you down, 3 pairs of shoes right here, and then we were going to add an additional 1 pair of shoe, or 1 shoe without a pair. It's not a pair technically. So we have 3 shoes, and then we add 1 more. If we put them together, if you count it with me, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Therefore, right here, we started off with 3, and we added 1, and we got 4. 4. And what you can do at the time where you're going over this, if you choose to use this piece of paper and put it in front of you, and again, check our resources, and we have these templates created for you already. And I would urge you to use it, because what it does is it gives your child an opportunity to, 1, manipulate the object concretely, and then 2, to see the object abstractly. So they have the chance of doing it, then you sing it, then sing it. And I would urge you as a parent, go ahead and write this part out in the beginning initially. So write out, all right, you have 3 shoes. Okay, so you're gonna write 3, and then you can write shoes, and then we say, well, we're gonna add 1 shoe. So you write out the 1, add 1, and then we'll say, well, how much does it equal? How many shoes do you have now? And they'll say 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you can write out the 4. And so afterwards you can show them 3 plus 4 equals 3 plus 1 equals 4. All right, now we're gonna use all our shoes. There's no point in not having them, right? I brought them all. Gotta use them. All right, so I have 3 shoes. All right, so as a parent, what you are doing is you are giving your child the shoes. I have 3 shoes, and they say, yes, I do, but they don't match. Doesn't matter, but they will say that, I promise you. So right here, once I find my pen, we have 3 shoes. All right, and I'm going to add 3 more shoes, if I can. 1, 2, 3. Haha, I've added 3 shoes. All right, so right here, I have another 3. Now we're gonna add them up and allow your child to use what they can with counting. There's another way that I'll show you in another video. Check that one out, but again, this is the introductory. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you say, how many shoes do we have all together? And they say, we have 6. Therefore, 3 plus 3 equals 6. All right, so this is technically the concept in which you can use as an early stage to apply addition with your child. All right, one thing to remember, addition means more. Some form of fashion, when they're working out addition, it means more. So if they see they started with the number and they added something, the number that they get in the end will be more than the number that they started out with. Addition means more. It's a concept that some students, even I see myself personally, they don't really understand that, oh, I did that, addition means more, where at the end I'll have an answer that's less than one of the 2 add-ins, and it doesn't work. Addition means more. All right, and your child will understand this, and they'll start moving on. Have fun working with those manipulatives, and I'm telling you, use stuff in their room, and you'll start seeing them using it by themselves, and it's a great, beautiful thing. Again, thank you for joining me on my learning block. I'll see you next time, and keep learning with me.